You know, I never even like introduce myself. If I have to, I do have to, because I don't go by my name on YouTube. Yes, I am black. If something's wrong with that, you might as well go click off. But Mexicans, if you do have a problem with that, just know I like Dragon Ball. So we got something in common. So even if I'm black, you might as well make an exception. Anyway, I hate introducing myself. It feels like I'm in damn school or something. My name is Jaden. I am 19, multi-millionaire, risk taker, entrepreneur, invincible. Alright, I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I like to, I like to yap a lot to myself, to the invisible camera, like the fourth wall camera. I like to listen to a lot of music. I have a bunch of vinyls over here. I like art books. I like comics. I like manga. I like everything under the sun. You name it. I even have like anime jackets and stuff back there. You see Yoda. See the jacket right here. This is kind of like the Naruto Rasengan when he was like, it was like the elements. It's like the sand one. You see the One Piece box. You know how I get down, bro. Look at my journal. Has like a bunch of stuff. Like I journal a lot too. I need to journal more often, but all these stickers is like super random, but it's kind of like stickers that they each have meaning. Should I explain the meaning? I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, I also love beanies. I'm wearing one right now. I got this one from the Daniel Caesar tour, if you know. I have a bunch of them. I just got these Obito, Agara, the Gomu Gomu beanie, and a Death Note beanie. This is like Ryuk. If you've seen the concept art of Ryuk from Death Note, then you know that's what he looks like. Like he has kind of like patches on him. You get it, bro. I have this one as well. I don't know if this counts as a beanie, but this is like the May Parker hat. I like this one. I have this beanie right here, Life of Us. $6. That one was a steal. I also have this one, Spider-Man beanie, and this is my go-to. But this is my go-to now. I'm repping this one forever. If you ever stumbled across my IG page or my photos in general, you know that this Astro Boy beanie is like second nature to my outfits. Like, to be honest with you, any of my friends will tell you like, damn, he be wearing that beanie like it's his hair. You get it. Not too many people know about Astro Boy. I don't know if my friends, not too many people know about this. Is this niche? Probably not. But yeah, this is my go-to. It's interchangeable as well, but we don't wear the white side. One, this little thing in the middle. Two, it's white, so it's probably dirty. That's not it about me. I have a couple hundred friends. Let me stop. I have friends, but you know, my friends, they kind of treat me like garbage. They treat me like trash. I feel like when I hang around my friends. I feel like Joker. I feel like an outcast. I feel like, you know, like a used condom. You're asking me if I'm being performative by using the headphones. I'm not. I just like the way the mic sounds. Like, it sounds so crisp. It gives me like a dominating voice. Pause, if that makes sense. But if I word it like, if we're being honest, what's the meaning of performative? To perform, to entertain. What am I doing? I'm kind of performing for you / entertaining. Am I onto something? Let me know. But it's been like a long ass time since my last YouTube video that I made in 8th grade when I was a young bull. When I was a youngin', and I made an anime edit. I was making anime edits. Me and my friend Dexter was making. Wait, that's his name? I don't know, bruh. But we was making anime edits, and we was saucy with it back then. For what it was, we was saucy with it. But I made one that got like over 1 million views. Like, it was of MUI Goku or the Tournament of Power. And I used a Lil Nas X song. I figured, hey, I don't know, bro. I don't know what I was thinking. I just made it, and it surprisingly, it got some views. It got like a couple thousand views at first, and then like when I stopped making edits around some time, and I stopped making edits because I realized there's levels to this, and I'm not prepared to get on another level. So I'm gonna just stop while I'm ahead. The video was getting a little bit of views, and then I stopped, and then it started blowing up again. I'm like, all right, cool. I can get with this, and yeah, here we are now. I just want to yap, bro. I have nobody to talk to. I have friends, best believe. If I go see a stranger on the street, I can make friends. That sounds kind of like narcissistic or like egotistical, but I mean, like, I have friends. My friends be occupied, so I just want to talk to the screen. I have a lot of things in my heart, not super heavy things, but I have things I want to say, and I just want to yap, and this is my way of expressing. I'm a little booty chop right now, but that's alright. I'm coming to you as I am in my purest form, like Adam, except I got my clothes on. You get it, my bad. Yeah. I wanted to go over, I wrote down a list. I was making this list like while I was at work. I was bored, and I was like, alright. Maybe since I want to yap, I just want to think of some things I can yap about. So I wrote down a list I wrote it down on my phone, but then I wrote it to the piece of paper because I'm using my phone. So it's things that don't make any sense to me. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we ball regardless. I don't know if anybody's going to see it. I don't really care. I just want to talk. I just want to express, yeah, alright. These are kind of like silly slash there's probably like maybe a lot. There's probably one serious one in there. I don't even think it's really serious. It's kind of like silly as well. But anyway, first things first. Number 1, racist One Piece fans. I'm a huge One Piece fan. Like literally right here on the back of my journal, I have a Fujitora sticker. Fujitora the GOAT. People be like, oh, my friend talking about some Fujitora didn't do nothing. Fujitora the fucking GOAT. It don't matter. You don't gotta do nothing to be the GOAT. Like, come on. Look, I got a Gomu beanie right here. It get active. I got Ace and Sabo right here. It get active. Luffy right here behind the camera, bruh. Literally. Hold up. I had to super glue them together because, he was falling apart, lacking. But, One Piece to go. I'm a really big One Piece fan. I got the collection up there. Just the first box set, though. That's just the start of my collection. But anyway, yeah, racist One Piece fans don't make any sense to me whatsoever. Because, One Piece, if you see One Piece, you know what One Piece is all about. One Piece is all about everything under the sun, silly, everything serious, racism, politicalness, slavery, all of that, all of the above. And racism is a big topic in One Piece. Like with the Fishmans, they had a whole arc dedicated to the Fishmans about how like racism has literally just done this to them, like mermaids and like, bro, racism plays a huge part in One Piece, and it's all about like the MC is all about Luffy, my GOAT, is all about liberation and freedom. First of all, we'll get to this in another video, but how can you hate the literal symbol of liberation and freedom? Anyway, yeah, One Piece is all about liberating, freedom, joy, happiness, and everything political. So you being racist as a One Piece fan makes zero sense. Next thing I want to talk about, this is a little serious. I don't really watch the WWE anymore. I watched it when I was a little kid, like when all of the good people were there, like Randy Orton and all of them. Alright, Randy's still there, but like this doesn't make sense to me. This is about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was alright. I liked it when he was in the Shield, but when he started going on his solo shit, that's when he like, I'm not fucking with him, you know. And people just glaze him too hard. And about Roman Reigns, what doesn't make sense to me is how I found out he was a Trump supporter. It doesn't make sense to me. How are you a Trump supporter and you recovered from cancer? So if you know, literally the Trump administration defunded cancer research. So how are you a Trump supporter but you're alright, you get it. Another thing I want to talk about. The pockets on the pants, the fake pockets, bruh. Hold up. I'm gonna get some pants real quick. Why are we making pockets for pants and you can't use the pockets? Why are we making pockets just for design? Why are you putting pockets on my pants when I can't use the pockets, bro? I can probably use, the hand pockets and whatnot, but these little side pockets, they actually have no space. You can probably hold a condom or some lipstick in these pants at most. These ones in the back don't even work, bruh. They're just here. When companies make these pants, I don't know what goes through their small brains. It doesn't make sense to me, bruh. Like, and the pants. So my pants already be expensive, and you're false advertising my pockets, bruh. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. All right. The next thing that doesn't make sense to me is the lottery. We all know the lottery. If you don't know what the lottery is, you're probably like under the age of 10. But anyway, the lottery and the US national debt. If you don't live in the US, of course, this doesn't you probably don't really know about the national debt. But I'm pretty sure right now, as of today, we have like a national debt of like $38 billion. My question is, I was thinking about this driving home and I saw like billboards for the lottery. My question is, why are we still giving out lottery tickets for I saw the billboard, it was like 9.6 or 9.6 billion or 3 billion or something like that. Some stupid number for winning the lottery. Why are we giving out lottery tickets if we're in debt? Use this money for the debt, bro. What are we doing? I know what we're doing. I'm not gonna say, but I know where this money's going. I just don't understand why this lottery money isn't going to the national debt. Get rid of the lottery, bro. It's like a 1 in a billions chance that you win. Anyway, all right. Another thing I don't understand and doesn't make sense to me is obese people in the UK. Now, we've all seen our share of disgusting gloop glop UK food, and I'm from the US, so we only got good eats over here, bro. Be honest with you. You're just bound to get obese over here, and it's I wouldn't say it's fine, but by the food standards, it's fine. The food's too good to be skinny, bro. Well, I'm not big, but yeah, being obese in the UK doesn't make sense to me. The food looks disgusting. All they eat is French fries, fish, and peas, mashed peas, and over everything, and gravy and pig's blood. What are we doing, bro? Why are we so animalistic over there? There should be no obese people in the UK. I've seen influencers go to the UK for vacation, and they always talk about how they lose weight over there, bro. I don't understand what's going on in the UK. Maybe they're stuck in time, but India is also stuck in time as well, since we're on the topic of stuck in time. They're stuck in the 2010s. The the 2010s where everybody was trying to be super cool, wearing the Supreme and stuff. They're stuck there. It's kind of funny, but it's whatever. Bitch sit on my face, I attack that. Another thing that doesn't make sense. This is something in my life that has been reoccurring lately that I've seen on TikTok. If anybody knows this guy right here, Tyler Catastrophe. If you know the lore, you just know the lore, bro. If you know the lore, you know the lore. This guy is haunting my feed, and he doesn't make sense to me, bro. I know the lore. I'm deep inside the lore. I've gone down a rabbit hole, but he just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you get what I mean, you know what I mean. He just doesn't make any sense. And I hate his. Alright, hate is a strong word, but I dislike his square head. Like, his head so square is like Minecraft, bruh. Alright, that's alright. That's kind of rude. I'm sorry. The thing that doesn't make sense to me, if you watch X-Men '97, the new one that came out, not the old one, you see in the first season, like, Gambit was trying to, get with Rogue. Hey, come here, little mama. I don't know why I gave a Spanish accent. My bad. He was trying to get with Rogue, and Rogue was like fucking around. She's like, nah, you can't have this. You can't have this, boy. And she was messing with my boy Magneto. Magneto of all people. I'm not gonna lie. Magneto was a little saucy. Pause, but he was a little fun. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a girl, that's Papa. Alright, that was. Anyway, like in the first season, Remy was like, dang, I want to get up on that. She was like, I'm sorry, sugar, I just can't. Now, when the second season comes, and spoiler if you haven't watched it, and Gambit is dead. Wait, this is a spoiler. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And since Gambit is dead, now she feeling all over the moon for him. Like, oh, if I would give anything to get him back, I would give anything. I would die. I would sacrifice myself. Cut it out. At first, you ain't want nothing to do with him. Now in the second season, you over the moon. Like, you giving yourself celestial powers just to save him. You don't give a damn, bruh. The idea is better than him himself, bro. Like, so I don't know. I hate Rogue X-Men '97. She doesn't make any damn sense to me. Or maybe I'm just dumb, not understanding something. But you know how it is. Sorry if I'm being loud on this mic. I just, it's cool. Is when companies like announce a show or a movie and they don't animate the show or movie to the source material. Like, for me personally, the example I always use is God of High School. I haven't finished God of High School. I probably have like 100 chapters left. But if you've seen God of High School, it came out like COVID, and the animation was off the charts phenomenal. But the story was all over the damn place, and it only has 13 episodes, no season 2. Till this day, we have no announcements. I don't think the show's ever coming back, to be honest with you. But if they did, they would have to give it a whole reboot. And what I mean by not animating the source material is God of High School has like 110 plus chapters that they try to compress into 13 episodes. But instead of compressing it, they cut out a good chunk of the story and just animated this part that they thought was interesting. So a lot of lore was missed. And literally they just make it go from, hey, here's your here's your main characters in the first episode, boom, episode 5, now they're fighting Jesus Christ. Like, bro, it doesn't make any sense. They should have just stuck to the source material no matter how long it took. And I promise you, God of High School would have been one of the biggest animes out right now. Like, way better than Solo Leveling, by the way. Just to push on your chest. Just know it's better than Solo Leveling. Alright. Just in another thing that doesn't make sense to me, what I think about lately. If any of my friends see this, I don't really mind, It is what it is. But another thing that doesn't make sense to me is being a Scarlet Witch fan and being a Bear hater. By Bear, I mean the guy from Obsession who, did all that One Wish Willow crap. You can't be a Scarlet Witch fan, love her, and then hate Bear from Obsession. Bear, he was terrible. He the villain of the story. But Scarlet Witch technically did the same thing without the grape, Like, she held, from what I remember of the Wanda and Vision show, she held a whole town hostage against their will. For what reason? For a family you don't have? Come on, bro, tighten up. Tighten up. What are we doing? And people will see that and be like, yes, queen, yes, that's mommy right there. Cut it out, bro. You can't love her and hate him. That's hypocritical. She basically doing the same thing. I don't remember too much of the show, but didn't she have a whole argument with Vision? Like when he was kind of finding out like this whole thing was fake, and she kind of had like a whole argument with him. He was like, bro, you keeping us against our will. I'm not fucking with it. So you can't love her and hate my boy Bear. Either you hate them both. You gotta hate them both equally. Yes. I went to a concert like probably 3 weeks ago, months ago, and like I saw this one girl a couple seats from me. She was clearly, I went to the Daniel Caesar concert, Son of Spurgie, you know what I'm saying? Best concert of my life, by the way. And she was like recording herself. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me why you record yourself at a concert, because like you go to the concert to get the experience and record the artist that you'll probably never see for a long ass time. Instead you record yourself. You can do that at home, bro. You can record yourself singing at home, and you'll still be there. The artist, that's one night only. Why are you recording yourself singing, bro? Record the artist. Plus, we don't want to be in the background we don't want to be in the background of your video, bro. Especially you not tagging nobody. True that. Yes. Hating Little Caesars. I love Little Caesars. Like, it's probably top 3 restaurants of all time. And Little Caesars is really the go. I can't even explain too much how. If you know, you know. Little Caesars held me and my family down. I wouldn't say times were rough, because I'm in a good space. But when times were rough, and people have it harder than me, so I'm not gonna say times were rough. But when we had too much to eat, guess what Ma Dukes do? She'll go get a pizza. She'll go get pizzas from Little Caesars. Little Caesars $5 for good pizza. Pizza Hut, Domino's, they not doing that, bro. You getting a $13 pizza. Like, it's not even worth it for real. I've never heard nobody say let's get Papa John's, let's get Domino's. They either say Pizza Hut or Little Caesars. They never say nothing. They don't be like let's get Marco's. None of that nonsense. And I went to a pizzeria that's like ran by, I'm pretty sure there's an actual like Italian guy running the restaurant, and his pizza not better than Little Caesars. I swear it to you. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you want authentic, alright, I haven't traveled to like origin countries that like our food has like originated from, like hamburgers and all that, French fries and stuff. But I'm pretty sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that our food is way better than their authentic food, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Another thing that doesn't make sense to me is the middle school phase. I don't understand the middle school phase, to be honest. I had a weird middle school phase where I was like gangster. Like, this is why you gotta like teach your children at a young age, because it's easier to influence a younger child. It's easier to build a strong child than to fix a broken one. So school time is really make or break. Actually, it's always make or break. But yeah, I had this really like weird middle school phase where I was kind of like acting like a thug. Like, I was really really heavily into rap music, and like NBA Youngboy and like Quando Rondo and Jada Youngin, all that. I was about to say nonsense, but all that music, and like it really affected my personality and like the way I interacted with people. I was kind of like angry, and I'm kind of like curse at people, and I didn't like that. So after, I'm pretty sure this was 7th grade. After like 7th grade, and I moved to another school, I kind of just completely changed my mindset. I cut my hair. I started listening to better music. Can I say better music? Different genres of music. And It is what it is. I just don't understand the middle school phase and like how there's something behind. There's like a science behind it. Like when you go from elementary to middle school, you just kind of like shift. Like you get weird and corny and like I don't know. Something happens, but I don't understand it. Someone explain to me how it works. All right. Another thing that doesn't make sense to me is old timer sayings. Old timer, I would say older people sayings that like your parents, that you would hear your parents or grandpa say. Like me personally, I've heard some of this from like my mom and my dad and shit. But like, you know how parents be like, oh, rub some dirt on it, or like if you get hurt, they be like, rub some dirt on it, bruh, pops. If I rub some dirt on it, it's gonna get infected. You know that. Stop being silly, bruh. Come on, just go get me some alcohol and a band-aid. Talking about rub some dirt on it. Or when you drive past the McDonald's or a restaurant, you got McDonald's money? If not, we gonna eat at home. Fam, I'm 9 years old. Where am I gonna get McDonald's money from, bruh? Just come on. I'm only 9 one time. Just do this for me. When you get beat, or you get in trouble and you get beat, and your parents would be like, or you'd be crying super hard, or you know the little silent cry. I don't know why I tried to imitate that, but when you're like crying and parents would be like, "Oh, shut up," or "I'll give you something to cry about." Mom, you just whooped my ass, bruh. You already gave me something to cry about. I'm already crying. What are you gonna give me something to cry about that I'm already not crying about? For me. Alright, another thing that doesn't make sense to me. This really affected me in like middle. This really affected me in middle school and like high school. Shit, it even affects me a little bit now. This kind of why I wrote it down, because it kind of affected me. Like it's kind of starting to come back, but like miscommunication or like family members asking why you don't call them or some shit like that, or why you don't text them. When I was a kid, I used to have like bad issues, like not calling my family members and checking up on them, and my brother would try to like make me seem like I'm the villain because like I don't call my family or some shit like that. But I'm a little kid, bruh. Why should I have to be the one to call up on my family members? Why don't they call or text me? My grandma the goat. She's the exception. That's my goat. But why am I 13, 12, 11, 13, 14, 15? Why do I have to call you first? Why is it always me reaching out to you? Where is your reaching out to me? If I don't say anything, are we not gonna speak at all unless I see you in person? Like, why do I have to reach out to you? I'm a little kid. The phone works both ways, mind you, as well. So I just don't understand. I never understood it, and I still don't understand it. But like, they always be like, you gotta reach out more. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just occupied with my life. All right, job interview questions. I don't understand. Like, job interview questions just don't make any lick of sense, bro. Like, job interview questions, they just be asking the dumbest stuff. Like, you have to be professional for a job. Sometimes, most of the time. When you go to job interviews, you have to act like you're a brand new person, all big and bad and whatnot. And what I don't understand is like when they ask questions, they be like, "So, how'd you find us? How'd you find out about us? Are you a secret service? How am I supposed to not find out about you? You're posted on the billboard. I saw you online. My friend recommended it to me." Like, come on, bro. Or like they'll be like, "Oh, why do you need this job?" Or they'll be like, "Why you want to work here?" "Oh, I don't know, cause I want to serve food to people that really don't care about my feelings. Cause I need money, bro. That's why." Or what's another one they ask? "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" Bro, I need a job now. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat tonight. You're talking about some word, "Oh, I see myself in 5 years." Anybody who answers that question, they're lying to the interviewer and to themselves. Or usually what people say, if they are lying, they'd be like, "Oh, I see myself probably working as a manager," or something like that. That's usually a lie. But you know how it is. They ask the dumbest questions. They'd be like, "Oh, if you see an employee, if you see your fellow employee like stealing, or if you see somebody stealing, what are you gonna do about it?" Bro, honestly, you're a billion-dollar corporation. If somebody's stealing something, I could honestly care less, bro. Like, if they're stealing this like $3 item or something, it's not gonna make a ripple in like anyone's paycheck. If it comes out of my paycheck, it's $3. If it comes out of your paycheck, manager, it's $3. If it comes out of the billion-dollar corporation's paycheck, it's $3. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Or, you know, yeah, job interview questions are just silly, and then I don't understand. What also, man, my stuff fell. But what also doesn't make sense to me is road trips. When you take road trips, someone needs to explain the science about like how a road trip is faster on the way back. Like when I drove, I took like an hour 45-minute road trip the other day, and it was like, it felt so damn long. Like, to be honest with you, it felt so long. And then when I drove back, I was back home in like 30 minutes, 40, 50 minutes, bro. I don't understand the science behind it, but that doesn't make sense to me. So someone let me know how that works in the comments. I don't know if there's any science behind it. I just think it doesn't make any sense, but alright. This is kind of silly, but wait, it's not. This doesn't come from like a place of homophobia or jealousy or anything like that. Cause I have gay friends, you know, but this usually comes from like what I see on the internet, mainly Instagram. Like, why do gay people mainly? No, this can go both genders. Why do gay people get like the benefit of the doubt? Like not like serious benefit of the doubt, but like it's kind of like silly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going on the street walking by a group of girls, I'd be like, "Yes, bitch," or "Yes, bitch." They'd be like, "What you say? You want to say that again?" Or they'll try to fight you or some shit like that. But if a gay person say it, it's "Yes, queen. Yes, you slay. You look good too," or something like that. You know? Or maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's the way you say it or something like that. But or like if you're on Instagram and like people, I would say I can personally experience this just a little bit. Like, when I post, you know, people comment. Like, if I post the fit, people be like, "All right, cool fit, nice, swagged out, yeah." But like, if I go to like a gay guy's page, there'll be like 50,000 comments. "Yes, queen, sexy, cute as fuck, yada yada yada, this and that." Where's the love for me, bruh? This not jealousy, by the way. I'm just saying, where's the love for me? Like, why the ladies not in? All right, both ways. Wait, no, wait, pause. Not both ways. Why aren't the ladies in the comments be like, "Yes, bro, yes, queen, your outfit cute, your outfit swaggy," or some shit like that? You know what I mean? Like, where's all the love? Why do I have to be gay for you to give me more love? That's basically what I'm saying. Like, when you turn gay, you're like one of the girls. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, another thing I don't get is movies that got a ton of, like, when I was a kid. I was born in 2007. All right, so when I was growing up, I seen hella good movies that got hate. There's a couple of movies that I have on my Letterboxd watch list that like apparently got a ton of hate and got low scores, but apparently to some people, word on the street, they were good. One movie, prime example that I'm gonna use, that got a ton of hate when I was a kid, but apparently a lot of people like it now. Avengers: Age of Ultron. When this movie came out in theaters, peak. This movie was amazing, bro. Sure, there are some things I didn't understand when I seen it, because I was a kid, but this movie was peak. I loved this movie. All the sayings. The comedy was on point. The action was on point. The villain was on point. The story was on point. You can rope the story to future projects. This movie was fantastic. But it turns out people didn't like this movie. I'm wondering. I don't know why. But I the one excuse I did hear was like Ultron could have been used in multiple movies. Why make him a one movie villain or something like that? I don't understand why. That makes no sense to me. How that gets hate. There are some banger quotes in Age of Ultron. Banger characters. Vision, his first movie, and he already has like a peak scene towards the end of the movie. Like, it's an amazing movie. I just don't understand like why. This one is also silly. I don't understand. Like in elementary school, like if you were fast or you were athletic in any sort of way, you kind of like you got yourself like a guarantee. You got your like a guaranteed girl that's gonna like you, bro. Like if you fast, you technically got that's technically your swag, your money, your coin. Like that's all you needed. You can be ugly. Shit, I was elementary school. I was booty butt chopped, bald and everything. Every time I ran, I felt like Human Torch or something like that with just wind. Like I was bald and everything, low cut, peasy head, and I was fast though, so that got me a lot of swag points. Me and my friends even made a group called the Cool and Fast group. I was the leader. That's a badge I got, bro. Cool and Fast group leader. And like people will come up to me telling me, "Oh, we should kick this person out the group and whatnot." Feel a little accomplished and shit. But anyway, being fast got you a lot of points. And in elementary school, I don't understand the science behind that, but hey. Alright, another thing I don't understand is pets running away from their home. Like pets will literally I've seen it firsthand that like people really give a damn about pets. Like I've seen a lot of people give more damns about pets than humans themselves. But they're like it's funny to me, or it doesn't make sense to me, of like how pets will like have the perfect home, basically practically a mansion, have like their owner feeding them A1 food and giving them premium water and giving them all the shit they need, and they just, as soon as you open the door, they run away from home or something like that. That doesn't make sense to me. If you're like a cat or dog owner, somebody please explain the science behind it. If you do see this video, yeah. I just don't understand a lot of things on this. I don't understand anything on this list. A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. But what I don't understand is dust. I haven't wiped down any of my bookshelves or any furniture in my room in ages, bro. Like I'm just sick of it. I gotta move everything just to wipe you down, and just for you to come back within like the next 24 hours, or the next 48 hours. So I don't be dusting, bro. So if I sneeze, if I die, I fly. Wait, that's how it goes? I don't know. I've heard that you need like an air purifier, and like you dust regular and you won't have any dust at all. Or my mom says, dust comes off your skin. But it is what it is. Another thing that I don't understand is lacking love. Alright, this one's serious. This one's a serious topic. Lacking love as a Christian. I would say I'm right now in my faith, I'm kind of mixed. I'm kind of on like the top ropes. I don't know where I'm at. It's confusing. I don't want to talk about it right now. But like I've seen this applies to mainly modern day. Like I've seen this a ton from Christians. I even see one guy was talking about like he was like in a library. They asked him, "Hey, do you believe in God and whatnot?" He was like, "Not anymore, because I've seen a lot of people claim they're Christians and then like they are like full of hate and whatnot. So I don't want to be associated with them." And like that kind of I felt some kind of way. Like, why are people acting like this? Like Like every time I think about love and Christianity, or love and God in any way, I always think about that one song by Lauryn Hill called "Tell Him," and where she's like, "I may have faith to make mountains fall, but if I lack love, then I am nothing at all." Literally sums up the whole Bible. Well, not a little bit, not the Old Testament a little bit, but literally, if you take away everything in the Bible, and you just keep love, and you keep the subject, if you keep the topic of love, how much of the Bible will be left, bro? Like 75, 80%, 80, 85%, 90%. I don't know, but it's a damn sure a lot left. But I don't understand Christians who can like claim to love God, rep Jesus or whatnot, and like they just lack love. Like, how do you lack love and you like represent the whole meaning, and you like trying to represent the whole meaning of love? Your faith is kind of pointless. It is pointless. Like, there's no point in thinking about Jesus at all if you just have all this hatred in your heart. What I say? Bring me there, bring me there, bring me there. If the audio sounds choppy on this video, oh well, bro. We ball. I like how the audio sounds. It doesn't matter what you like. Alright, my bad. I'm gonna shut my ass up. Another thing that doesn't make sense to me is being the ages 18 to 21. Like, or being the ages 18 to 20. Can I say 21? Yeah, being the ages 18 to 20. So, I'm 19 currently, and when you're between the ages of 18 and 20, you're literally on the boundary of like teenager, adult. Like, you're literally between the boundary of teenager and adult, which is so random. Like, since I'm 19, I can't drink. I can't legally buy drinks, or go to strip clubs or whatnot. But if I'm arrested, I'm charged as an adult. So, it doesn't kind of make sense to me. Like if you're 18, you literally just turned 18. You're not a child no more. When you're 17, you can be charged as a minor. But when you turn 18, you're charged as an adult. But you can't do adult things. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. Someone let me know how it works. Another thing I don't understand, I haven't looked into it much, but I don't understand, like, I've seen this before, but people say like it's illegal to touch like eagles and manatees, and like, or to talk to dolphins or some shit like that. But I don't understand why it would be illegal. It doesn't make any sense. If anything, talking to dolphins, if that's illegal, then that's to be suspicious AF. Like, are they gonna say something back that we don't know? Are they kind of like, or maybe they're kind of like the dolphin from the SpongeBob movie that had like the magic, that had the cape, and like he could like sing and stuff. Maybe they're kind of like that. Cause I remember that one story of how that guy said he was like, he got kidnapped by a dolphin, and they forced him to like build something for them underwater. My friend says dolphins are evil. I don't understand. I haven't seen any evil dolphin yet, or any evil dolphin footage, but when I see it, then I'll see it. But yeah, and like the guy was forced to build stuff by dolphins, and the dolphins like kept him there for like a day or two or something like that. And then when the police, like, when he went to the hospital, he had like no lung damage or something like that. Nobody found that weird, or was that even a real story? I don't know. But talking to dolphins is, I don't understand. Or like touching eagles. You're telling me in America the symbol of freedom is like the American flag and an eagle, the literal symbol of freedom. We all know the definition of freedom. I don't have the freedom to touch this bird of freedom. That doesn't make any sense to me. And mind you, the videos I've seen about people touching eagles, the eagles have came up to them. Alright, you get it. I don't get it though. Here's one I don't understand. Arby's. First of all, if you like Arby's, I don't know if I have any hope for you. But I I haven't had Arby's since I was a little kid. There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of fast food I haven't had since I was a little kid. But Arby's fries, they're good. I will give them that. But Arby's in general, Arby's is disgusting. Like to be honest with you, you can't claim to represent you want better for humanity and then you just keep eating Arby's. Like you don't even. But not to make this a race thing, but to make this a race thing a little bit. Every time I used to go pick my sisters up from school, I always, without failure, always see old white people eating at Arby's. I don't understand what's so good about it, what the appeal to old people is, but it's disgusting. Like Arby's has to be like a money laundering, something illegal behind it. I don't even know, bro. There's where they sell like sandwiches where you can get like a pound of meat on the sandwich. First of all, why are you eating that much meat on a sandwich? Second of all, where do they get all this meat from? There's not enough damn cows in the world for this, bro. So something's up. Like, to be honest with you. So if you're keeping Arby's in business, bro, just go unsubscribe, unfollow, do everything, bro. Block me. Don't. I feel like Raleigh right now. Like,
don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
all right. They won't vango me. All right. The last thing on this list that I don't understand is Avengers Doomsday. I have a feeling the movie is going to be good. I have hope. I have faith in the movie is going to be good. But what I don't like, I'm going to just say this ahead of the game. But what doesn't make sense to me is why they wouldn't put the old actors for Jean Grey, and Storm in there. That movie could have been 10 times saucier if you threw them in there. That would be so much better. But you want to keep Magneto and Charles Xavier's old ass in the movie. Bro, I look at it, they're old. I don't know if they're still old, bro. Like, they're just not for like, I don't know if they're old. Like, what if you roles I've been? I don't know. Since I'm old, bro. Anyway, back on topic. Doomsday, I just don't understand. They should have put them in the movie. That doesn't make sense to me. Thor and Storm, that would have been a crazy combination, bro. Like, be honest with you. And Doom would have had more. They would have had more to work with Doom. I know Doom is gonna kill them. I can feel it in my bones. Because it's the Fox X-Men universe. They had a whole little tribute for them. But what I don't understand for Doomsday is when people say that, oh, this movie is like going to be bad because it has no build-up. Bruh. No movie has build. That's like damn near all movies, bro. Movies don't have build-ups. They always talk about after Thanos. If it wasn't for Thanos, y'all wouldn't care about build-up at all, bruh. Mind you, Thanos, like Kevin Feige said in that one interview, Thanos didn't even have any build-up, bruh. Don't talk about the Infinity Stones. Let's take those out of the equation, bruh. Thanos had like 3 cutscenes in all of the MCU, and each cutscene was not even 20 damn minutes. I mean, not even 20 seconds. And people claim that's like build-up, where he just said like a line or something, like "I'll bathe the starways in your blood." That's not even nothing, bruh. Like, the only thing that kind of like and out of those 3 cutscenes, only one cutscene kind of like gave him something to stand on, and it was the one where he picked up the Infinity Gauntlet and he's like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." That's the only one that kind of gives him something to stand on. Other than that, he has no build-up. Ultron, no build-up. He's a 1-movie villain. He's introduced in the same movie he's killed in. Nobody has build-up. Baron Zemo, no build-up. None of the villain in Iron Man 2, no build up. The villain in Iron Man 1, 3, no build up. Bucky, alright, Bucky's build up, but Bucky's not really. He doesn't count. But most of the villains don't have build up. Thanos, no build up. Stop using him as an excuse, bruh. The only villain that was gonna have build up was Kang. But you know, things happen. So they're taking. If any villain has build up, now it's Doom. Doom has build up because, all right, Plan A failed, so we're gathering the strings from Plan A and we're connecting it to Plan B. They're finding a way to intertwine all these stories since Endgame and connect it to Doomsday. Like Endgame, they're living stolen lives. Endgame is the prime example of that. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. All of those movies after Endgame connected Shit, even probably before Endgame, it's connected. It's connected to Doomsday. They just making it work now. They're connecting the strings. Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, all of that. So if anything has build up, it's Doomsday. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me why people don't say it has no build up, but yeah. All right. That was my list of things that didn't make sense to me. Um, Thank you for if you have watched the video. If anybody watches the video and you watch the whole thing, or even if you put it in the background for like studying or something like that, which is kind of, I don't know, but I appreciate you for watching, tapping in after all this time. Um, I don't really know what to say, bro. I just appreciate it. You can't even see like inside my heart how much I appreciate it. But you should know how much I appreciate you if you fully watch this video of me yapping, cause that means a lot. I can't really yap to my friends, cause I don't want to be classified as that clingy, annoying, talk too much friend. So I don't like to yap to my mom either, cause she doesn't listen most of the time. Um, the only person I slightly yap to is my brother, but I don't really like to talk that much either, because I feel like I kind of get like into it too much. But if you have watched this video, I appreciate you. Thank you. And all right, I'm letting myself.